Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for BoardGameGeek, and I'm sitting with Ben Gellis. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Fantastic, who is here to walk us through Souvenir War. Souvlaki Wars. All right, I'm glad I checked the box on that one.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right. First of all, I'd like to say a word about what Souvlaki is for those people who don't know.
I know, particularly since I read the box wrong, so yes, please.
Souvlaki, it's a traditional Greek fast food. It's basically grilled meat on a stick.
All right.
And it's very popular. From what I've been hearing the last few days, it's very popular in other countries as well. Because people from England, from Germany, they come to me and they tell me, oh, of course, we know Souvlaki, it's very popular.
Honestly, if it's food on a stick, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
Just being on a stick makes it better.
So, in this game, the players are owners of Souvlaki selling restaurants.
All right.
Okay. So
Competing
restaurants, of course. Yes.
Of course.
Very aggressively sometimes. And their goal is to gather as much money as possible and as much reputation as possible because they want to be the most famous restaurant. So, we start the game by selecting one of the 4 owners.
Okay, which are those guys up top?
These 4. And each of them is a little bit different from the other because they represent different types of owners. For example, this one is the owner of a family restaurant, family tavern. So he doesn't have any operating costs because the whole family works there.
All right. And it's probably run out of their house, perhaps.
Yes. This one is the owner of a very expensive store. It's high quality. So he pays a lot to get new supplies, to get new food carts. But he has the food of the highest quality, which is the exactly opposite of this one. He gets the cheapest food, the cheapest he can find. But of course, because it's so cheap, there's a lot of oil and stuff, it's the most delicious. But he pays very cheaply to get new cards. He doesn't pay much for the operating costs, but it's kind of difficult to advertise and gain a reputation. And he also starts with a very low reputation, the lowest of them all.
Because he's a greasy joint,
yes,
we would say
exactly.
in the US.
And this one is a fast food chain. I mean, like McDonald's for Souvlaki. So he also has a high operating cost because he has to pay all the employees, but he can also advertise more easily. So it's a kind of balance between the others.
Across all the different characteristics.
So more or less the gameplay is like that. You get food cards, which have 4 different types of foods. You have, this is the Souvlaki,
all right,
which I was telling you about.
Meat on a stick.
Yep. This is called gyros or pita gyros.
Big fan of those myself.
Yes, it's pita with grilled meat in it and some vegetables and
I'm
tomatoes.
realizing this is a bad game to play before lunch.
Yes. About 99% of the people who play this tell me that they become hungry while playing it.
Yep, well, I'm well on my way there.
So, okay, this is gyros, Souvlaki, you have French fries, and you have a soda. So these are the 4 types of food people that come in your store are asking. And you get to serve them with these cards. The customers are here.
And are looking for different things that they want to eat.
Exactly. Each of them is looking for a different thing. And here you can see the amount of money he's going to give you.
Okay.
And the reputation by which he's going to increase.
Yep.
Exactly.
How much they're going to talk about it.
Exactly. And as you can see, each of them has different artwork. In all 60 of the customers have
that's quite the cast of characters there.
Yes. And they're all a lot of inside jokes, with people we know, drawing characters.
Whether they wanted to or not.
For example, this is my wife.
Oh.
So these are the customers you're trying to serve. And these cards over here, these are called unforeseen events. Because
I'm seeing pictures of rats there.
Yeah. This is not a sign of a very clean store.
No.
Okay, and with these cards you affect either yourself, gain a benefit, a bonus, or you do something to your opponents to
preferably
change things
bad
for
things.
Yes, probably bad things. And the trick here is that you select the customers you're going to serve, you put them in a line in front of you, but before you get a chance to serve them, these cards are played. So you're not ever 100% that things are going to work out. Yes, and apart from that, you also get some telephone orders, which are come by the phone and you don't know what to expect from them. I'll show you how it's done. And basically at the end of the round, you get to see if you have accumulated 25 money and 25 reputation.
So you have to get both of those measures.
Both of those.
Now, does that just end the game, or does that end and win you the game?
At the end of the round, if you have accumulated this, you win the game.
Win the game, all right.
Yes, and if both players or more players have surpassed the amount, you add them up and you see who has the most added.
And so just one of those values, if I had 35 money but only 14 reputation, not good enough.
You need to have at least 25 of those.
All right.
Okay, so do you want me to show you something around?
Yeah, let's walk through a turn.
Okay, so when we begin, we take, we get 5 cards.
Which I assume will be secret.
Yes.
I'm going to keep them flip up just for so
And
people
you can
see.
select an owner.
I think I'm going to go for the fast food chain because I've had a lot of luck doing fast food since I can order in my very scanty German.
I'll get the owner of the
greasy
joint.
joints.
Yes. So we also get 3 unforeseen event cards.
Do I know what these are yet?
Yes, you
all
get
right.
to see
So
them.
I will
you
kind
can
of lay
only
those
play
out.
1 per turn.
Which luckily there's an English translation on the
Yes,
bottom
the
of
text
these, which
here
is
is Greek,
lovely.
and here's the English version. These are the only cards that have text on them. It's also the IDs of the owners, but these are numbers that you also get on the board. And
Right, yeah, and they'd be the same every time. So,
and if there is need for clarification, it's written here in English as well.
Oh, there you go. And I'm noticing actually we've got a nice round overview cards.
Yes,
I'm sure that's about what we're about to
it
march
has
through.
English and Greek on the other
there
side.
you go, fabulous.
So, when you start the game, we don't play the first phase, which is the maintenance phase, where we pay some the operating costs, and we can buy new food cards and advertise our store. We go directly to the new customers phase, where we open up an amount of customers, which varies depending on the number of players.
Okay.
So it's twice the number of players plus 1. So for the two of us, it's 5 cards. So we see what each of them wants. A lot of soda.
Yeah.
And we get to draft them. I mean, the player with the highest reputation picks one, then the next, and then the last one picks another one, and then back again towards the first one. So in this example, you could go first because you have higher reputation.
All right, well, I'm going to grab the person who wants 2 soda since I'm well set up to fulfill that at the moment.
And I will pick this guy over here. Since I'm the last, I get to pick another one. I put it here.
People familiar with Settlers of Catan will recognize the up and down drafting mechanic there.
Yeah, it's basically Roadster draft from Magic.
Oh, yeah, that too. All right, we're going to go with the funky dude who wants fries and a double Coke.
Whenever you pick up a customer, you have to put them in line.
And
so
in order, I'm guessing.
This is your store. You pick this one first,
my window.
You put it here, the second one here, and they perform a line. Now, what's
how
the
orderly
trick part?
of them.
That you have to serve them in line as well. So if you can't serve this one, you cannot serve this one, even if you had what you wanted. And that's the tricky part. Now, this one that was left gets discarded.
So we get an even number of customers.
Yes, and we'll now get the telephone orders, which we don't know what they're going to be, and we draw them at random. I will explain what this card is later. You get this one, and you put a card
that he's a telephone
to mark it as a telephone order.
Which he's a very hungry guy.
And I get one as well. So now, before we get a chance to serve them, we can play our
event, but only one per
only
round.
One per turn, yes. And again, the player with the highest reputation goes first. So
which is me in my example. I'm going to say that I apologize. I'm going to choose an opponent, which is you, and you lose €3, which is a bank robbery.
Yeah, since I'm at 2, I'll go to 0. You can go lower. Okay, that was very mean of you.
Sorry. Yeah.
I will do something worse for you. You get a mix-up with your orders, and I choose a player, you, and you reverse the order of the customers in your line.
All right,
So this one becomes first and this one becomes the last.
All right, so now I've got to serve my phone order first.
Exactly. Now, we get to serve them, and you have the cards here. You can, when you fan them out like that, you can see on the side how many you have of each one. It's easier to make your calculations. And right now, you can use as many cards as you want to serve as many customers as you want, but always in line. Meaning, I could use 2 cards to serve 1 customer, or I could use 1 card to serve 2 or 3 at the same time. I can do whatever combination I want. Let me show you an example here. I can, for example, let's say, I could use these 2, and for example, this one as well. And you see here that in my order I need to serve 3 gyros. I have more than that.
Yeah.
1 Souvlaki, 2, and I need 3 sodas.
3 sodas,
Yes.
which you'll have to waste a card to get enough
I'll do something
soda.
else. I'll go like this, and I will serve only these 2 guys.
All right, well, I need 1 hero, 1 Souvlaki, and 6 soda, excuse me. So I would like to try feeding everyone. So
Good.
over 4 cards, I can accomplish all of that.
All right, so I serve these 2 guys. I have pita, 2 cans of soda, and a Souvlaki. So these guys leave, they are satisfied.
So you get your money.
I get 5 money, and before I used the wrong marker. So from 3 I go to 8. And I also get 1 reputation.
They were satisfied.
Yes. Now, as you can see, I gave things that they didn't order. So this is called giving things on the house. So I was generous. I said, come on, these are on me.
I got some extra fries here.
Yeah. So that gives me extra reputation because they are satisfied with me. So I get 1 more point of reputation, no matter how much I give.
All right, so they appreciated the freebies.
Yes.
All
now,
right.
this customer was not served as well. And he becomes a little bit anxious. Here's what's going on. So we turn him sideways to mark that he's waiting there and hasn't been served. And now all the other customers I'm going to get the next round are going to go behind him.
So he has to get served
Yes.
next round.
He still has to get served first. And then I'll have to serve the other ones behind him.
What happens if you can't serve him the
If
next
I can't
round?
serve him, he leaves the line, he's not satisfied with the store, and I lose reputation. And in fact, I lose double the reputation he would give me.
So he would normally give you 1, so you would lose 2.
But I will lose 2.
Ooh, all right.
Yes.
Well, and I'll just walk through my statistics here very
Exactly.
quickly, since we're nearly out of time. That all my people were happy, so I'd get 4 money plus 2 plus 2, so I'd get 8 money total. I would also get 3 reputation spread over all of my cards here. And I gave away a free French fry, so I gave 1 extra reputation. Oh, and some extra Souvlaki.
So you'll get 1 more reputation.
And then we would, as we start the next round, pay for our maintenance costs, get to buy
we pay
some
for
food.
the maintenance cost, which is this one. And then we buy new supplies. You will pay 2 money and get 3 new cards.
There you go, which is perfectly listed on this little helper card
and
there.
you can also advertise and pay 2 money to increase it by 2.
Which I imagine would be particularly useful right near the end of the game if that could bump you just over the line, if you had enough money to spend to bring your reputation up.
And since the reputation is the way to handle who plays first and who picks up first the customers, it's very important. And experienced players try to increase their reputation right from the start.
Right, yes. And interesting that the thing you have to spend is also one of the 2 things that will win you the game, which makes that an interesting balancing act.
Exactly.
All right, well this is,
One last thing to mention. Among the customers, there are some other cards, these ones.
Party.
Yes, which are big telephone order. That's what they call them. Each of them has a flavor. This is family gathering, and this is a kids party. And we also have a Eurovision or board games night.
Oh, of course.
And when you put the customers and you draft them, if you come across one of those cards, you can draft it like a normal customer. It becomes a telephone order, but instead of drawing 1, you draw 2 cards.
Ah,
so
combination.
you get 2 cards a year, you put this on top, and you have a big telephone order.
Well, you would choose to draft that, so you have some control
Yes,
over whether or not you want to dive
it's a little
into
bit
that.
random. You know that's going to be a big order, but you don't know what exactly you're going to get. So it's a bit of a gamble, but it's up to you to decide.
All right. Well, I have to say, I'm now both hungry and extremely interested to try this out. And now that I know how to pronounce Souvlaki, am I getting it right?
Souvlaki.
Souvlaki. All right. Well, I'll work on it. But thank you so much for stopping by and showing us a fabulous game.
Thank you very
now
much.
Now made me extremely hungry.
Thank
Thank you.